everybody, and welcome back to Life with Lolo. It is time for a recap of Love is Blind. This is season 2, and I will be reviewing episodes 1 through 3 right now. I'll probably do 4 to 6. I'll probably watch 4 to 6 later on tonight, and then do a recap on that in the morning, or maybe tonight. Who knows, child? And then 6 through 9 tomorrow, and then I'll probably do 10. Maybe Sunday, so we'll say it like that. But anyway, this is the recap of this show, child. I watched last season show, and I did like a impromptu recap as I was watching it. If y'all did not see that, y'all gotta watch. Y'all gotta scroll back and find them, because I was just doing it like on Snapchat or something like that. But I decided to do it this way this time. But child, the first 3 episodes, if y'all don't watch Love is Blind, y'all need to watch it. It is on Netflix. And the first 5 episodes dropped February 11th. And I think episodes 6, 7, 8 drop the next week after that. And then 9 dropped, or 8, something like that. I know 10 comes on tomorrow. That's all I know. But I know the first 5 drop real quick. But anyway, Love is Blind is where people go into these pods. So they go into these different pods. This is for the people who have not watched it. But they go into these different pods, and it's a man's side and a women's side or whatever. So they go into these pods, and then the men go into one side, the ladies go into this other side, and then they block by like this real thick glass and stuff. So they do not see each other. All they hear is voices. And they talk about, you know, their life and stuff. It's basically blind dating. But you're not meeting the person until you gotta figure out if you want to spend the rest of your life with this person. And let's say Tom and Betty, they kicking it, they getting along and stuff like that. Tom asked Betty to marry him, and then Betty said yes or whatever. And then maybe maybe later on that day, they'll actually meet and see, you know, what each other look like. Child, I could not get that out for the life of me. What each other look like. So that's how it is. But it's not like they meet that one day. So they dating different people. So Tom over here, he chilling. Betty, he meeting it with Betty. Pam, she coming in. Shanisha, she coming in. Success, she going in. So, you know, they meeting other people. And it's the same for the women. So like Betty there, and then Tom, Peter, Malik, Tyrone, they all coming in there too. So they meeting different people. I think it's 14 and 14. So they dating a lot of people at the same time. So then when they meet that person that they want to keep dating, they can go on dates just with that one person. So Tom and Betty just dating that one person, and they just talking, they clicking and stuff like that. And they can give each other gifts and stuff without seeing each other. And then at the end, like I said, Tom or Betty, you know, can ask the person to marry them, and then they gotta say yes. And then later they meet, like, oh, hey, how you doing? And they run up to each other, and then they go on about their business. So that's what the show is about. I hope that made sense. But so like the first 3 episodes is basically them in the pods, okay? I want to say episode 3, it was like maybe 20 minutes left in the episode where they all matched up with whoever they was going to match up with. It's 6 couples, so they all matched up what they was going to match up with. And then they went on this, like, not a honeymoon, but like this, I don't know, like a romantic trip, like a vacation, pretty much. Like a vacation to Mexico. So at any rate, I'm glad. So it's 14 people, 14 men, 14 women. Only 6 men, 6 women get to, you know, mingle. I don't know if it's more than 14. Is it 14, more than 14, y'all? It must, no, 14, because that's 28 people. Yeah. So 14. So I was so happy when Trisha ain't match up with nobody, because they had this girl named Trisha, and she was so freaking annoying. She liked this dude named Nick, but she was annoying. She was like, people, I know everybody is just on me. She reminded me of that one chick. I cannot remember her name from last season, but y'all know, if y'all watched last season, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about, with the brown hair, and she was broke. She was in all this debt. She ain't even had no job or nothing like that, but she swore everybody was on her. And once was she in the military at one time? Or she just liked to shoot? I can't remember if she was in the military or not. But then she ended up getting with the dude, Braden or Bradley or something with a B. And she was just like, everybody was on her. She was this fabulous, beautiful chick. And I was just like, you're not ugly, but you're not like what you thinking in your head. And it was just annoying. So this is how Trish was to me. She was like, everybody want me. You know, I'm on Instagram. I got all these followers and stuff. And I'm so fit and sexy and blah, blah, blah. I said, oh, girl, you was annoying. So I was happy that she ain't get matched up with nobody, child. Because I was like, praise God. Because she was even annoying to do Nick. Like, he was just like, yeah, no, it's not going to work out. But the couples that we ended up, this is going to be a real short review because, like I said, episodes 1 through 3 is basically the people talking in the pods. So, Shane and Shayna was hitting it off, okay? But then Shane was also hitting it off with the person he ended up hooking up with, which is Natalie. So him and Natalie had a connection. Him and Shayna had a connection. Natalie was more vocal about her feelings towards Shane, whereas as Natalie was just like, no, I don't really want to tell him. I'm really feeling him, yada, yada, yada. And he was looking for that. He was looking for her to say something because he was telling her, like, I feel you, you know, I want to be with you or whatever. Or he was like telling her, like, you know, I'm really feeling this or we vibing or whatever. But she wouldn't reciprocate. So he was just like, all right, whatever. So then he ended up in the pod. Now, mind you, they can't see each other. They could just hear voices and stuff like that. He was on a date with, Natalie. Oh, child, let me charge my phone now. I thought my phone was charged. Lord, why is it not charging? I gotta hold this charger right. One second, y'all. Okay, let's charge it. All right, so what was I saying? My bad, y'all. I had to charge my phone up. So at any rate, Shane was in the pod waiting for the girl or whatever. So then Natalie came in there but he ain't know. He was like, well, who is this? She was like, yes. He was like, oh, this Shayna, whatever. And she was like, Shayna, what? So she got all of her feelings because he didn't recognize her voice and all this other stuff. I'm like, girl. And he like, well, tell me if I'm being a dick. You could tell me or whatever. I won't feel offended or nothing like that. And she was just like, I'm just saying, I just feel let on. And, you know, you're acting like you don't know me. And I thought we had a good connection and stuff. I said, girl, like if y'all sound kind of sort of the same, I might have said the wrong name too. So he was just trying to figure out, he like, look, you know I'm dating other people, like what's the problem is? And she was just like, I'm just saying, you know, I just thought we had a deeper connection than that, and I'm just gonna go. So then she left out the pie. He left out the pie. I know one of them left out the pie. Both of them was just all distraught. He was talking about leaving the whole show altogether. I said, dude, it is not that serious. But they, you know, they recouped. They got their lives right. The first couple who had hooked up was Daniel and Nick. So they had kidded off real quick, and Danielle, she is a real, not thin, but she, you know, she slim or whatever, but she said she was a real thick girl, and she had lost maybe like 70 pounds or something like that, and she still has a lot of insecurities. And Nick, he said he was a chunky dude, and, you know, he lost a lot of weight, so he was understanding, you know, where he was coming from and stuff. And they ended up proposing on episode 1. I said, well, damn, okay. So she had said yes, they hit it off or whatever. Now, I don't know where they go right after, because I want to say that everybody goes to the vacation spot all together, but I'm not sure. Maybe they go to like a hotel off outside of the pod while they waiting for everybody to hook up. So I'm not sure where they go after they end up being engaged and stuff, but whatever. But they enjoyed how each other looked once they actually met each other. They was kissing and all that other stuff, and it was good. What else, child? Then we had some guy named the girl name is Deepato. look, I'm not finna mess up this girl name, but we gonna call her Deep, because I think that's what she go by. And then the guy, his name was something. It was like a long name. I want to say it was an Indian name. Was he Indian? I think so. And so he went by the name of Shake. So Deep and Shake, they ended up being a couple. And they really hit it off. They had a lot of stuff in common and all that other stuff. Natalie and Shane, they ended up hitting it off, like I said, because he ended up asking, once she got over him saying the wrong name, they ended up talking and, you know, having a good time or whatever. And he ended up asking her to marry him. Then Mallory and Salvador. Now, they had seemed to hit it off. But Mallory also had a thing for, I want to say it was Nick. No. It wasn't Nick. It was Garrett. Garrett and Mallory had like this thing, okay? So they was vibing. Mallory was vibing with Sal. And then she was also vibing with Garrett. Garrett was vibing with Alyana and also Mallory. Garrett ends up asking Mallory to marry him, because that's how good their vibe was and stuff, their connect was. She says no, which I was happy that she said no, because she said that she was emotionally connected to somebody else. So I was happy that she said no instead of saying yes, like this one couple I'm about to tell y'all about. But she said no. So he was all distraught in his feelings and stuff like that. She was all crying and stuff, but you know, she had made the right decision. So then Sal had came, they was clicking and they had a date and whatever. They was, you know, vibing well and all that other stuff. He ends up asking her to marry him. I said, oh, okay, bet. So then she said yes and blah, blah, blah. Garrett, okay, he all distraught over Mallory saying no and all this other stuff, child. He had ended up having a date with, Alyana. Now, I don't know. They don't tell you how many days lapse between this thing or whatever. But he ends up talking to Alyana. She like, okay, you sound real down. Like, what's going on or whatever. And he was just like, well, I'm going to tell you something. Because they had really clicked it off too. Because she's telling his deep, dark secrets. He telling her his deep, dark secrets. Like, he got stabbed by a friend, almost lost his life. She was saying like she had got sexually assaulted and how she was adopted and all that stuff. Like, she really going deep telling her business like this. So he ends up telling her that he proposed to Mallory and Mallory broke his heart. And he was like, well, you know, I was really vibing with the both of y'all, so I don't really feel like that. I don't want you to feel like you coming in second or whatever. And she was just already feeling like that because she had mouthed it before he had even got it out his mouth. And so she feeling some type of way because, like, she really liked him from the get-go. And that's who she knew that she wanted to be with or whatever. But I guess she was waiting to see what he was going to say, because she could have asked him to marry her. Because in last season, the girl had asked the dude to marry him. Well, I guess both of them did it at the same time. But like, she could have said something to him and, you know, asked him. But then again, she probably would have got her heart broken because he wanted Mallory from the get-up. And I swear, it better not... Look, I'm not going to predict nothing, but I know they better not get on my nerves. But I get on my nerves. But anyway, Garrett ends up telling her that they go back to the little women's area, the men's area. She's so distraught. She breaking down in the hallway crying, child. And then I don't know if it was like the next day or nothing like that. They had another date, and then he ended up saying, like, you know, will you marry me? She feeling some type of way because, you know, she was second fiddle, but then she ends up saying, yeah, because this is what she wanted. She wanted this dude or whatever. But he didn't really want her like that. I think he wanted Mallory more so over Alyana. But yeah, Alyana is a pretty girl. Then there's Shayna and Kyle. Now, remember I told you Shayna was really into Shane. And Shane looked like Gary Busey. I think that's what his name is. Bussy, Boosie, something. You know, the big eyes and the, like, y'all know what he looked like. But anyway, I'm just saying. He looked like, he got the wild child. It's like, he looked like he can. But anyway, I told you, Shayna really wanted Shane. So she was also talking to the dude, Kyle. Now, Kyle wanted Shayna or whatever. So they talking. And they was dating, you know, talking and stuff like that. And then she said that she wanted a Christian dude. He is atheist. Okay, so right there, that just cuts him off as being a part of your list. Like, you should have just chopped him off the list, because like, he don't believe in the same values and morals and religion and all that other stuff that you believe in. And if y'all end up hitting it off and getting together and y'all have children, like, he's talking about something like, you can teach the children about religion and I won't get upset. They can just make their decisions to become whatever they want to be when they're adults. But you're gonna feel some type of way when she's talking about all this religious stuff and that's not what you believe in or whatever like that. So I was just like, well, why would y'all continue the conversation? Like, I understand y'all feeling each other on other levels, but if that's a big part of what you need in your life, in your romantic life, like, why would you even continue to talk to this person if y'all not meshing right there? Like, come on now. But anyway, he ends up asking her to marry him, and she said yes. And so I'm like, well, why would you say yes when that's not really what you want? And then she goes to the hallway and she crying, and then she talking to the producers, and then she don't know if she made a mistake because they don't really mix on certain things. And I'm like, well, that was the opportunity. You could have said no, because the religious thing is too much of a deal breaker for me. Like, what? Like, but now you got this man heart set on you wanting to be together. So I was just like, girl, you missed me with that. And she reminded me of that lady from last year who was all up on Bradley, the one who ended up with the dark hair girl, and she was all on him, but she went with the other guy because that's what she could get or whatever like that. And it's giving me those vibes, and I don't like it. But they all match out. So it's 6 couples, like I said. Daniel and Nick, Deep and Shake, Natalie and Shane, Mallory and Salvador, Garrett and Alyana, and Shayna and Kyle. So it's 6 couples. So 12 people. So out of 28, only 12 matched up. It be like that sometimes. So they going to Mexico. The resort was beautiful. They all get I guess it's like, well, no, I guess not, because I was about to say they get adjoining rooms, but I guess not. So they both get 2 rooms, and they can decide if they want to sleep in the same room or go in separate rooms or whatever like that. It'd have been nice if they had like adjoining rooms so they could just go through the thing. But I'm going to say they didn't have it because I'm going to tell y'all in a second. But anyway, Danielle and Nick, they like a cute little couple or whatever like that. Nick, he said he like all things organic and stuff. He make his own toothpaste, child. And she like, I don't know about all that. And he said he make his own body wash. And she like, no, I'm going to switch out his toothpaste and his body wash with some real ish. Okay, I say, girl, what if he allergic though? But at any rate, Deep and Shake, child, they gonna get pregnant because they is just on each other. Natalie and Shane, Natalie done did like a whole 180, and she is busting his balls. She like, pour me the drink. You all right or whatever. You cute or whatever like that. I mean, I guess you need some reassurance. Like I'm like, girl. Garrett, Mallory and Salvador, she talking about something. She not physically attracted to him. And we found that out when they met each other. She looked like she ain't, like she hugged him and stuff, and they kissed, but she had parted that real quick and was just like, all right, 6 feet, my you can tell like it was something there. So she's saying she not physically attracted to him, she emotionally attracted, and she hoped that she gonna get physically attracted. I said, Lord, here we go with this married at first sight bullshit. Anyway, Garrett and Alyana, I don't think they showed them on a vacation. You know what they didn't? Let me get ready to go watch episode 4. Shayna and Kyle, because there's got to be something there. Shayna and Kyle, he giving me some kind of vibes, and I'm like, is he gonna come out like a Carlton and tell us that he bi? Because I mean, ain't nothing wrong with it, because a girl bi too. But you know what I'm saying? But is that what he gonna tell us? But he said that he was a vegetarian, but they ordered like some food or whatever. She had steak, so then he cutting up the steak for her, or she cutting up the steak or something like that. And then he ended up taking a bite of her steak. And I think he said he was vegetarian for 8 years. So you eating meat like that, that's gonna mess up your stomach. You're gonna be boo-booing or whatever. But They talking, he telling her to teach me how to be Christian and all this other stuff. And I was like, okay, we gonna see, child. And I feel like she gonna annoy me a little bit because just the way she acted, like, don't look at my feet, I didn't get a pedicure on my hair. And like, I feel like she gonna annoy the hell out of me. And then it's 7:40 p.m. He just took his shower and stuff. And she like, you know what, let's set some boundaries. I think I'm gonna go sleep in the other room. And, you know, you could sleep in here and stuff. And he was like, oh, I mean, I don't know how I feel about that. But okay, I mean, I'm going to respect you and stuff like that. So she was like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to go head out. And he was like, but it's 7:40. And she was like, oh, yeah, it is early. But okay, I'll see you tomorrow. I said, you could at least stayed and chatted with the man a little more or whatever, but damn. And then I say why I don't think they got adjoining rooms, because she went out the main door to go to her room. So I don't think they got adjoining doors. But, he all excited. He like, yeah, she is, I'm feeling her. Like, she is gold-plated dynamite. Like, I'm the lucky one because I'm with her. I said, oh my God. No. And then in her room, she talking about something. She probably gonna leave Mexico a single woman. I said, see, because she's still on Shane. Talking about something. She still got Shane in the back of her head and all this other stuff. I said, look, girl, don't get on my nerves with this bullshit, because I will cuss you all the way out, okay? And that's pretty much all that had happened in episode 1 through 3. Now, I'm about to go in here and watch episode 4 to 6 because I think something going on with Alyana and Garrett. Because they sure as hell ain't show them. They show everybody else in their hotel room. But why didn't they show Alyana and Garrett? Or did they? And I missed it. I don't think they did, y'all. I don't think they did. Let me get off of here and go watch the rest of the show. Anyway, y'all, if y'all enjoyed this recap review, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that notification bell to be notified when I drop new videos. All right, y'all. Until next time. Peace.